Welcome to Co-Pilot Podcasts. You know that feeling when you look up at the night sky and see the moon? That silver disk that's fascinated humanity for over 40,000 years? Today, we're diving deep into our closest celestial neighbor, from ancient cave paintings to modern space missions, and why 2025 might be the most exciting year yet for lunar exploration.
And what a fascinating journey it's been. You know, it wasn't until 1609 that Galileo first pointed a telescope at the moon and realized those dark patches weren't seas at all.
Wait, people actually thought those were real seas?
Oh yeah, that's why we still call them mare, Latin for seas. But the real breakthrough came in 1959 when the Soviet Union's Luna 2 became the first spacecraft to actually reach the moon.
And then everything changed with Apollo, right?
Absolutely. The Apollo missions were revolutionary. Between 1969 and 1972, 12 American astronauts walked on the moon. They brought back 842 pounds of moon rocks and soil for us to study.
That's incredible. But what fascinates me is how the moon has captured human imagination long before we could even dream of reaching it.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. Some of the oldest cave paintings we've found, dating back 40,000 years, show people tracking the moon's phases.
40,000 years? That's mind-blowing.
And every culture had its own moon deities. The Egyptians had Thoth and Khonsu, the Romans had Luna, the Greeks had Selene.
Speaking of different views of the moon, I heard something fascinating about its far side.
Ah, yes, what people incorrectly call the dark side. It actually gets just as much sunlight as the near side, but it looks completely different.
Different how?
Well, while the near side has those large dark mare plains we're familiar with, the far side has surprisingly few of them. We didn't know this until 1959 when Luna 3 took the first photos.
That reminds me of something I read about Star Wars merchandise. Apparently, Darth Vader outsells Luke Skywalker 4-1.
Interesting parallel. We're drawn to that duality, light and dark, near side and far side. It's part of what makes the moon so fascinating.
Let's talk about current exploration. What's happening in 2025?
Oh, it's incredibly exciting. We've already seen the Blue Ghost Mission 1 launch in January, and there are multiple missions planned throughout the year.
What are they hoping to find?
One of the biggest focuses is the lunar South Pole. It's got some of the most extreme conditions we've ever studied.
How extreme are we talking?
Well, some craters there haven't seen sunlight in billions of years, and they reach temperatures of 334 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's colder than Pluto, right?
Exactly. Pluto only gets down to about 300 degrees Fahrenheit. These lunar craters are some of the coldest places we've found in our entire solar system.
But it's not all super cold, is it?
No, that's what's fascinating. At the same location, you can have areas reaching 130 degrees Fahrenheit during sunlit periods.
Talk about extreme weather.
And these conditions create unique challenges for exploration. The lighting conditions at the South Pole make it particularly tricky to land there.
How so?
Well, the sun hovers just above or below the horizon, creating these long, dark shadows that can hide important terrain features.
That sounds dangerous for landing.
It is. But we've got much better technology now than during Apollo. We're using detailed maps from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter to help navigate.
Speaking of technology, what's changed since Apollo?
One of the biggest changes is our understanding of lunar water. We now know there's water ice at the moon's poles.
Wait, actual water on the moon?
Yes. And it's not just a scientific curiosity, it could be crucial for future lunar bases.
How so?
Well, we could potentially use it for drinking water, oxygen production, and even rocket fuel.
That's amazing. It's like the moon is providing resources for its own exploration.
Exactly. And that's why so many countries and private companies are interested in lunar exploration now.
Who's all involved?
As of early 2024, 4 nations have successfully landed on the moon: the USSR, United States, India, and China.
And more are trying, right?
Yes, we're seeing what some people call a new space race, but it's more collaborative this time.
How so?
Well, NASA's Artemis program, for example, is working with international and commercial partners to establish a long-term presence on the moon.
That's quite different from the Apollo era.
Completely different. The original space race was about beating the Soviets. Now it's about creating sustainable exploration and potential colonization.
Colonization? Really?
Yes, there are serious plans to establish permanent human presence on the moon, though it comes with huge challenges.
What kind of challenges?
Everything from radiation protection to creating sustainable habitats. Plus, we need to figure out how to use local resources to make it viable.
Like the water ice you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. And there are other resources too, like helium-3, which could be valuable for future energy production on Earth.
It's amazing how our relationship with the moon has evolved.
From worship to scientific study to potential colonization, it's quite a journey.
And speaking of journeys, what's next?
Well, 2025 is shaping up to be a crucial year. We've got multiple missions planned, including several under NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services program.
That's the CLPS program, right?
Yes, it's a partnership between NASA and private companies to send scientific instruments to the moon.
So it's not just about getting there anymore.
No, it's about creating a sustainable presence. The moon isn't just a destination, it's becoming a stepping stone for deeper space exploration.
To Mars?
Exactly. What we learn on the moon will help us prepare for eventual human missions to Mars.
It's incredible to think how far we've come.
And yet, in many ways, we're just beginning. There's still so much to learn about our closest celestial neighbor.
From those ancient cave paintings to modern space missions.
The moon continues to captivate us, challenge us, and push us forward.
Well, that brings us to the end of our first episode of MoonCast. Any final thoughts?
Just that every time you look up at the moon now, remember, you're looking at humanity's next great adventure.
And what an adventure it's going to be. Thanks for joining us on Co-Pilot Podcasts, where we're exploring the mysteries of space, one story at a time.